I never liked the Vorticon mods anyway. Let's move on to episode 2. Well, we know the story up to this point. Let's keep going. After I, once again, do something with this volume. It needs to stop going back up when I don't tell it to go back up. So we can't actually get on board the ship now. The action begins in this galley. This time, rather than the ray gun that you brought with you, you pick up a nearly empty Vorticon pistol. Supposedly stronger, but you'll never know it from the effects of it. Candy bar is worth 1. Vorticola is worth 2. I believe the burgers are worth 5. Yep. Watch those antennae. These guys, more often than not, are best kept alive because they can walk up walls and at times are vital to your getting out of a level. They're shootable though, so watch your shots. There's a lot of reading to be done here. The letters read EB. Which translates to Engineering Section Beta. Any guesses as to where Engineering Alpha might be? Letters on that canister read VC. Vorticons something or other. Oh, interestingly, you can stand on and walk across the Vorticola as if they're platforms. You couldn't do that last game. This goes to show you what a strong drink Vorticola is. Cake is worth 1,000. And that stuffed Vorticon toy is your 5,000. There's an alpha door. You'll have better luck pulling off the pixel pogo jump than trying to jump those antennae. Now these Vorticons only take one shot. See, they're not rough and rugged like the ones that were stranded on Mars. They live in the lap of luxury and are much softer. Yes, that guy. Again, supposedly random. Advertised as random. But not. That's literally it, just not. Okay, where's that card again? Down here? That first character isn't actually a letter. I'm wondering if somebody screwed up writing hi on it. What's that candy bar called? I see the letters, but... Well, alright, looking at it, I'm wondering if they were going for Mars bars. Yep. If you guessed Engineering Alpha was on the other rear leg, guess what? You're right. Pat yourself on the back. Nice dodge. That guy won't turn around. So you have a reasonable window of safety, depending on where you're coming from. Those hot lights are as fatal as advertised. If you can get the mid shot on him, you won't miss. Right. Then where's the gamma card? Over here, probably. I ain't trying that with the rising flames. Who am I kidding? Sure I am. Oh, you son of a bitch. You filthy son of a... Of all the places he could have been. And the sad part of it is the fact that I have no way of looking up or looking down. So I was screwed 6 ways from Sunday on that one. Watch, he's gonna fire on me. Yeah, he knew I was onto him. See, what happens when you say it out loud is they won't get you. Because they know that you know. Forget it. GB, which probably means Galley Beta. Now this reads London, and the graphic up here combined with the city name will tell you that there's a ray to disable here and it's pointing directly at London at this time. I'm not entirely sure why that's painted on the exterior of the ship. I guess they wanted to tell whoever could see it that this is where they're shooting. I don't know. Seems like a waste of red paint to me. Now you're going to need this guy. Don't release him yet. You could release some extra helpers now, but save the one for the all-important rise to the top. Get a good bounce off his head to get your hands on the weapon. That right there is a light switch. You may be wondering why I did that. Well, the answer will become clear very soon. By the way, these guys can stun you pretty hard, but they can't kill you. They're quick too. The sign reads Tantalus, London. So there's your ray gun. Yeah, somehow he was able to see me in perfect darkness. The importance of the lights being off is that Vorticons don't jump in the dark. So you at the very least know what their flight path is. By the way, those guys take, I want to say 5 shots to bring down. Be careful, he shoots high, so you have absolutely no advantage by taking the high platform. Okay, they take 3. Do not flip this here switch. If you do, it will shoot at the earth and the game will be over. To disable the ray gun, shoot the purple spark powering it. Also, destroying one of those is worth a big 10,000 points. So depending on your score, it's 50-50 whether it gives you an extra life. If you somehow manage to walk out of here without destroying a Tantalus, you completely break the game and you just can't beat it. Apparently, we are walking around on an Acme blueprint. And we are going after Tantalus Cairo. I don't feel like dealing with those guys. I'll get stunned right into eternity if I try to play with them. You're going to want to bring them down unless you found the light switch. Now, I don't know if you actually have to leave the level after you break down the Tantalus. I would assume not, because it's up on your status. Do not do what I just did. That is a great way to get caught with your pants down. RC, which by that radiation symbol I'm led to believe stands something to the effect of radiation containment or radiation chamber. You won't actually be irradiated. This game isn't that sophisticated. There's a bridge switch. That one's actually easier to pull off than the ones with only 2 blocks. Because at the very least you've got room to work with and it's low enough that you can make it on the pogo. If you open the bridge with any of those red guys on it, they'll just fall right to their deaths. Good night. So these are basically the crew quarters. It reads Home Alpha. Ha. Caught your ass in midair. You could just run across the top and leave. Most of what's around really is a food supply, which only amounts to points. And if you're feeling frisky, you can get lots of ammo down there too, amongst all those Vorticon elite squad members. Again, if you're feeling really dangerously froggy, go for all those burgers. That was close. I'm not going for all that. And now Tantalus, New York. That's a dangerous jump attempt if you really want to take it. Yeah, that's dangerous. You'll need this guy's help to get up there. What's up there really isn't worth your while. Unless you manage to bypass all those Vorticon elites that way. This is Tantalus, Sydney. If you can't tell, the TV screen next to each Tantalus basically shows a picture of a major landmark of the city you're saving. Wow. Keep the sodas alive, they'll do you a massive favor. Prevent you having to take the elevator method. Well, get yourself an upper bypass if you can. But you're screwed if the Vorticons if both of these happen. You get shot at, and the Vorticons decide to come at you. You're again screwed 6 ways from Sunday if they do. I have enough ammo that I'm not going to go for that. Come on. Alright. Make your move quickly. Make your move decisively. Don't bother trying to shoot him down. More likely one of them will just tag you. Alright, Homesteads Beta. Again, if it doesn't say a city name next to it, it's basically a bonus grab level. Here we have another maze. It's got 4 cards, but it's not nearly as long or as difficult as the red maze from Mars. You're going to have to come at that from the side. Which basically suggests that they deliberately added the mechanic of standing on them. They can't jump in no clearance. So your best time to get him is in a tunnel. Or behind a wall like that where the low block is gone. Problem is, you just don't know. Fortunately, there's solid ground pretty much all across the way. You can take these guys out easily from one of the platforms. If you find this Elder Vorticon in stasis, you'll get some hints. He'll tell you why the Vorticons are acting as they are. They're not actually bad guys. They're being controlled. But if they attack you, you kind of have to defend yourself. Tantalus Paris. This time you start where you normally end. Might give you some indication that this level is somewhat on its ear. In a way, you're working backwards here. You can be tempted by the candy bars, or you can grab that stuff. Careful, the more sodas you grab, the fewer candy bars you'll be able to get. You're definitely going to see some combat here. Be careful. And yeah, they will shoot their own. So sometimes it's best to let a Vorticon squadron just take itself out. Alright, 3 Tantaluses and 2 otherwise levels left. WA. And that's a gun graphic up there, so this is basically weaponry alpha. So here's the deal. You're going to need one of the little red elevator guys to help you get that alpha card. See, there you go. Let them take each other. Here's your help, is these guys. Keep these cans in place or it'll take them a lot longer. Fortunately, you won't get smushed. You'll just drop right through. If they're near something that can kill you, they are extremely dangerous. Like down here. You get stunned and one of the big guys jumps at exactly the wrong time. You're gone. Those lovely, quote-unquote, random elements in action. I'm not feeling froggy enough to go after that one. Anyway, get all 4 keys, and you can escape. I've never seen that before. Apparently you can just walk out in midair. Okay. Now, Tantalus Rome. If you've got the balls and the coordination to make your way to those stuffed Vorticons, you'll net yourself 25,000 points. Which is an instant extra life. And then some. Be ready to fight a monstrous fight. Make sure your reflexes are notched up to go after them. Yeah, those elevator platforms are not your friends. Yeah, this is a little bit tricky. First, have the switch off so you can get one card. And then flip the switch on so they'll all jump. Next, enjoy the show. Well, you should be able to just enjoy the show as they take each other out. But the elites have apparently mastered the art of avoiding friendly fire. This kind of sucks because when there are large squadrons guarding a Tantalus, it makes life incredibly difficult. Get down there quick before they have a chance to get to the left side. Last thing you need is to get stunned while there are this many running around. Run. Drop him into the corridor and run for all you are worth. Because if he fires, more than likely, you are not going to be able to avoid the shot unless you beat him there. And now, Tantalus Moscow. Wait a minute. That's not... Okay, so... Get this one, guys. The wall near here says Rome, and yet the sign and the indicator both say Moscow. So, it can be very safely assumed that Moscow is actually Rome. Pardon me. Yeah, they can all just march off to their deaths. You're going to want to shut off those lights. This time you're taking out the Tantalus first. And it is indeed Rome. If you've got the balls, go ahead and try and get those dolls. Weaponry Beta. Now that's a pretty pleasant background color. If a really terrible situation. Oh, come on. Slippery controls. He kind of skids to a stop. Unless you land perfectly vertical. This maze is also not as complex. That one's not all that hard. Patience and diligence. Don't play with these guys if you can avoid it. And he made a perfect jump. Stupid fucker. Will you stop jumping and get down there? Thank you. Best way to avoid having to fight a Vorticon Elite is to not get close enough to trigger the Vorticon Elite. And finally, Tantalus, Washington, D.C. See all this ammo? You're in for a war. There's just no better way to put it. This is a war in the dark. Your only hope is to pray he does not stop right where he stopped. Stay up here until you see all three of them drop. Or if you're feeling really ballsy, wait till they're just out of sight. Well, I'm going to have to go up to get the blue card. Well, I mean, I guess I could have gone down the way I came. By all appearances, anyway. All right. Just let him come down here. However many times you gotta jump to get them all. Get them all. Once you've blown up all 8, that's it. And now it's time to sleep. At least for a little bit. And we now know the Vorticon's name is Spot. So obviously this is good. The snow day means we can stop whoever's behind the Vorticon invasion. Yeah, cereal commercial, Sugar Stoopies. Let's be real, it's just another generic cereal. So the only way to save the Vorticons is to take the fight to their homeworld. Alright. I'm going to break it one more time, take one more quick break, and we are going to finish off Invasion of the Vorticons. See you in a bit.